Around the Square with me, Charlie Brown, the podcast where in the time it takes to walk around Northampton Square, we hear all about the art and craft of podcasting from one of the students here at City University. And today, I'm really excited to be joined by Ash Flaherty.
Hello.
Thank you, Ash. Lovely to see you. We've got our coffees from Danny's Café, where we always start this journey. So we're going to start walking and talking, and Ash, you're going to tell us all about yourself and, most importantly, about your podcast.
Great. I'm Ash Flaherty. I'm a student here at City doing MA Broadcast. And yeah, my podcast is called Alumni Alibis. I started it when I was an undergrad student at Manchester, the University of Manchester. And I started to interview alumni of the University of Manchester. And I heard about their time at Manchester. Some of them loved it, some of them hated it. I do think that Manchester is quite a slow burn of a place. I think I was the same in 3 years, loved it. By the end, but at the beginning it was a tough old time. So it's sort of the universal feeling of going to a place for the first time, living away for the first time, and then sort of finding your feet at university, and that kind of journey. Yeah.
And obviously in podcasting, one of the great things about it is its diversity and the huge range of people that it can speak to, but also the range of people by the sound of it you would have met. So, I mean, who was the guests that really stick out to you, your favourites?
Yeah, so lots of varied people. We had an engineer, I had a lecturer, but my favourite was actually my friend Lydia Taylor. She's my best friend's older sister, and she is a runner and assistant director on film and TV. She's worked on The Crown. She's just assistant directed The Gentleman, which is coming out. She's worked on Ted Lasso. She's done really cool stuff, and it was really nice to interview her because she was my friend, but also because it was just a really cool job. She went behind the scenes. What was really interesting is she kind of just said what makes her really good at her job is just working hard and being nice to people and being kind. And I just thought that was really cool. And she wasn't kind of, you need to sell your soul, whatever. She just kind of really plainly said, I love my job because I get to meet people and I get to hang out with people and I get to do really cool work. And I get to do that because I make friends, and if you're kind to people, people return the favour, and she kind of would get booked again. So she works freelance. We talked a lot about that as well, which was really interesting. And she's got to meet loads of famous people and things like that. But yeah, that was the thing that really struck me, was that she was just kind of saying that that's kind of how the business is, or her experience. And I thought that kind of restored my faith in humanity, and she was just saying, I work really hard, but I love it, and I've made really good friends. And because I thought it would kind of be a podcast about the glitz and the glamour, but actually it was much more about the hard work and the 5 a.m. mornings, and I just thought that was really cool.
And that really ties in with, obviously we're all about inspiring our listeners, and anybody, particularly people thinking about getting into podcasting, and tips and advice. So what would be your golden piece of advice for our listeners? Anyone thinking about becoming a podcaster?
That's a good question. I'd say just do it. I know that's such a classic, and I don't want to be like, I love Nike, but I do think that don't worry if you feel like, it's not a good enough idea, or if it's not a good guest or whatever. I just think go for it, enjoy it. It's really fun. It's a really fun pastime, and it was one of my favourite things at university. It's just such a great medium. I listen to it on my cycle or in the car, and I just think that, just if you want to do it, if you listen to podcasting, if you like podcasts, it can sometimes feel like a really hard thing to do, but if you just get a bit of kit, it's really fun. And I'd just say, don't overthink it. That's my tip. Don't overthink it.
And I mean, to tie back to the advice you got from your favourite guest, I mean, be nice. There's nothing wrong with being nice. Be kind. And it's a great, because of the intimacy of this medium, I think it really rewards that sort of mentality, and I think that's really great advice, and it's positive advice to end on, because would you believe we are already at the end of our journey at Danny's Caf, where we come
That
the
was great.
end. And so everyone be sure to follow and subscribe to Ash's podcast. All the details will be on the website on wordonthesquare.com. You'll be able to find out all about it there, where you will also find, of course, about all the details about Round the Square and other episodes, so be sure to follow us there. So until next time, see you around the square.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.